Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Grade 1 Literacy class. I hope that you had a very nice weekend and that you're ready to start this Monday with literacy. My name is Marisha Williams and I will be your teacher for literacy. Today we're going to learn the following. We're going to listen to a story, answer some questions, sequencing a story or order the story. You're going to learn about direction, a letter sound, and how to write the sound or the letter correctly. I would like you to listen very carefully to the story. Listen very carefully to the story. Andy and Mandy chopped an apple tree with an axe. An arrow points to the left. The axe fell on his ankle. Ouch! What an accident! Call the ambulance at once. I'm going to read that to you one more time. I don't want you to look at the words that you see on the screen, but listen carefully. Andy and Mandy chop an apple tree with an axe. An arrow points to the left. The axe fell on his ankle. Ouch! What an accident! Call the ambulance at once. Now we are going to answer some of these questions. I hope that you have your pencil and your paper ready. Maybe you are going to draw the pictures. Please remember the story. Afterwards, I will ask you to send in what you have drawn. Who are the characters in the story? Now, the characters are the people or the things that played in the story. So, who were the characters that played in the story? Andy and Mandy. That's correct. What were they doing? What were they doing? They were chopping an apple tree. That's correct. What happened to the boy? An axe fell on his ankle. That's correct. Why did the axe fall on his ankle? Well, they don't tell us in the story, but now we have to think very carefully. So there was an arrow that pointed to the left. Maybe that was a sign that showed that you must only stand on this side of the apple tree. Or it could be that he just hurt him accidentally. Where did the boy go then? We knew that we had to call the ambulance, right? So where do you think the ambulance took the boy? Yes, if it was very, very serious, they had to take him to the hospital. Where else could they have taken the boy? Maybe to the doctor, to the clinic, or maybe they have just helped him and he could have just gone home afterwards. So what we're going to do next is we are going to sequence the story by using these pictures. We're going to put them in order from what happened first to last. So using the pictures to order the story, we can also retell the story in this order. So which picture do you think would come first? I see the ambulance is right there at the top. Would we place the picture in the first block? No, absolutely not. So first, they chopped an apple tree. Which picture will come next? The axe. The axe. They chopped an apple tree with an axe. An arrow pointed to the left. So maybe if he was standing on the left side, it wouldn't have fallen onto his ankle. And then they had to call the ambulance. So we can use these pictures to retell the story. Andy and Mandy chopped an apple tree with an axe. An arrow pointed to the left. Then the axe fell on his ankle. They had to call the ambulance. So now what I would like you to do is you sequence the story all by yourself by drawing these pictures from the first to the last. There are 5 pictures, so draw them just like we did it in the previous slide on your page, and maybe you can just make a cross or a red light to show the ambulance. Otherwise, you are going to take long to draw that ambulance. So your time starts now. I would like you to send this to us so that we can see how you've done this. Did your pictures look exactly like that? Did you order them in this way? Well done. Well, if you didn't have it like that, that's okay. Then we can just go over the picture or the story again and retell the story. Andy and Mandy chopped an apple tree with an axe. An arrow points to the left. The axe fell on his ankle. And then we had to call the ambulance. Did you notice the sound that all these pictures are starting with? It all have an sound. Yes, and where do you hear the sound? At the beginning. That's good. Can you think of more words that start with a? And I know for some of you, or for many of you, you've learned the F already, and this is just a revision for you. Maybe there are some children who didn't get this lesson yet. F. Can you think of more words that start with F? And we are going to open our mouths very nice and wide to say the F sound. Think of this apple that you have to bite into. F. And I've brought an apple over here. When I have to bite into the apple, I have to open my mouth. Good. There's an ant. I've got an apple over here, and also an avocado, an apple. They all start with A. Let's practice left and right before we are going to practice writing A. Can you remember the direction that the arrow showed or pointed to in the story? It was to the left, and our red arrow shows us pointing to the left. Now I want you all to point to the left just like the arrow is showing in the picture. the red arrow points to the left, and I want you to lift up your arm and point to the left. If something isn't pointing to the left, which side is it pointing to? In the right. Into the right. So now lift up your left arm and move to your right. Move over to your right. Move to the right. Go on over. Go exactly as the yellow arrow is showing us, to the right. Very good. Let's go back to the red one. Left, left. Give 3 steps to your left. Now let's go to the right. That's the yellow arrow. 3 steps to your right. The next arrow is pointing up. So I want you to jump up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then if it doesn't go up, it goes down. So keep 3. Touch your toes. Bend on over. Touching your toes 3 times. Good. So now we're quickly going to do an exercise. I am going to tell you the direction that you must move to, and you must move 3 times into that direction. Okay, are you ready? Left. 1, 2, 3. That's the red arrow. Good. Right. 1, 2, 3. The yellow arrow. Good. Left. 1, 2, 3. And down. Come on, touch your toes. 1, 2, 3. And up. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Right. Right. Good. And left. And down. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Now let's practice writing the A. Let's practice writing A. So there, I've made a little dot over there. I'm going to try and write it on here. And the A goes around in the left direction, up and down. It starts on the right side, and we are going to go around to the left, up and down. Around, up and down. Can you fill up your page making lots of F's on your page, practicing to write the F? Very good. Let's practice writing that F. Fill up your page nicely. It would be very nice if you're starting on the left side of the page. We start to write on the left and we go to the right. From left to right. Very good. Around, up and down. Be sure to only lift up your hand once you are done. So when you start making your letter, you go up and down without lifting your hand up while you are writing. Very good. That's fantastic. Very, very nice. I am hoping to see all of what you were writing. I would like you to find some items in your home that has the sound in it. So I've got an avo and an avocado, an apple and an avocado that I found. See what you can find in your house. Maybe draw some pictures of it and practice your on your page, and you can send the pictures to us. Well done. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. See you tomorrow, and we are going to listen to a story about Mr. Harry. Goodbye.